So we're building our new IEM system slash Quad Cortexes. Basically everything is going to be in here. And well, first off we start off with the drawers, which so yeah, this is our old IEM rack unit. It's completely full. I mean, you can see it's pretty much a mess, so we needed to go to a bigger rack because, I mean, like, it's full. Nothing more to it. It's just full. It's just full. We use AirTags to, like, keep our gear safe and to know where the hell it is, actually, because, you know, sometimes you lose shit. So we put in like a little AirTag so that we can always find our gear and we know where the hell it is at all times. So we're repurposing the AirTag for that rack and putting it into that one. So this is a Behringer, I don't know how you pronounce it, X32 rack. This is what drives our inner system. I mean, we could also use it in a bit of a different way, which is just sending, using it as a splitter and sending all the signals to the front of house. We don't really want to do that. We want to have the in-ear monitor system to be a closed system in itself, so that nothing affects what goes into our in-ears.
So up next, we're doing these three guys. The bottom one is to the front of house, so these are the outputs, and they correspond with the inputs that are on top of them. So here we plug in our devices, so with guitars, also for a mic and kick, and our backing tracks. Up next, we have to install these drawers to get the Quad Cortexes in.
Yes.
So now we have them on the pedal case, but they will end up on a drawer, so we can connect them and have them automated in the system.
So we finally got to the point where it's almost everything in. We just need to do the power on. By the way, we're flipped over for anybody that didn't notice it. So the only thing that's left to attach is this thing, these two drawers, and then we'll be almost golden. And then all the wiring and all the fun parts. Alright, so we're on day 2 of building our IEM rack. Today I'm gonna put this drawer right underneath the X32, which is our mixer, and I'm gonna put in the Quad Cortexes, do a shelf over here so it can fit like small stuff like the Wi-Fi router and our DMX Deca box, which runs our lights up on stage. And yeah, and then I gotta do all the electrical wiring and the audio wiring for the whole rack. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. that's number 2. Alright, so I think that's everything in. So basically our in-ear monitoring rack is a closed system. What that means is that nothing changes during our set. So it's basically all our signals come in here from the to the splitter. Then all these channels, they get split into these outputs, and the other half that gets split goes to the mixer. So, and from the mixer it goes to our in-ear monitors, which is the Sennheiser G4 IEM G4 units. They're fucking great. They're absolutely amazing. I love those units because what you can do with the Sennheiser IEM G4s is that you can scan the frequencies every night, so you know what frequencies are available through your body pack. You can scan them just with this thing, and you don't even need to turn on the system. You just need to turn on this, go to your settings, then just they have an easy setup menu where you can scan a new list, and that's what I also have to do every night. So yeah. Second thing is that the Quad Cortexes, that's where all of our sounds come from. So the one on top is for me and Nuri and me. Both of our guitar sounds come from here. These get automated by via MIDI. That's why everything is in rack. And the one on the bottom is for Elmer, basically for the bass guitar. And this blue box over here are our lights, Deca. They call it the Deca box. It basically makes sure that the MIDI signal is being converted to a DMX signal, which then automates our lights that we run on stage. They're just 4 lights. We're looking to expand it, but that's for future stuff. And then we have a little Wi-Fi router to connect to the X32 so that we can change our mixes on our phones. Very handy stuff. And then we have our really trustworthy Cymatic U-Track 24. This is the unit that runs our backing tracks and our our MIDI switching. So this will replace a interface and a laptop. It all comes off of one USB thumb drive. This is basically the most important part of our set, just this little thing. X32 turns on. Both the in-ear modules turn on. Now let's see. This one looks turned on. Yep, I see an LED light. That one, the Wi-Fi router is turned on. Cymatic, and probably one of the most important parts, the first Quad Cortex is on, and the second one, that's the guitar. Cool. So probably most of y'all are wondering, how are we gonna connect to the Quad Cortex? Well, it's pretty simple. We're gonna run our wireless system, but it's the Stompbox version, which is also a tuner, so we don't have to get a separate tuner in this case, so it stays nice and small. 3 of us are gonna do it like this. Just have like a tiny case or a tiny pedal in front of the stage. Take a long as jack cable and just bloop, right into the Quad Cortex. And yeah, this is the splitter, and this is the patch bay coming out of the splitter, and the other hand goes to the X32.